If you're a die-hard Marvel fan or even familiar with comic books, then you've known about Black Panther way before he appeared in Civil War. The Black Panther is one of the most important heroes in Marvel's roster. Unfortunately, he wasn't too well known to mainstream audiences. But that has all changed, and as we eagerly await the premiere of the Wakandan hero's solo film, we've uncovered some even lesser-known tidbits about the Black Panther.
Let's go!
You won't believe number 5 on this list. But before we get started, make sure you take a quick moment to click on that subscribe button. You'll join our notification squad and stay up to date with our latest videos.
Captain.
Your Highness.
The Lone Protector. As far as heroes go, their backstory is part of what makes them interesting. Historically, the Black Panther has a pretty interesting origin story. Or should we say a slightly paranoid and exclusionary story.
What are you talking about?
Black Panther started off as an antagonist for the Fantastic Four, and in his second ever appearance he joined the Avengers. Since then, he's remained one of Earth's coolest and mightiest heroes. He even joined the Ultimates and the Illuminati.
The amount of responsibility that he has as a superhero and as a king, to me, that's one of the most fun things.
Although Black Panther developed a reputation for being loyal and a great teammate, his intentions for joining these teams were originally a lot less altruistic. T'Challa is a leader and a ruler, so his highest priority is to himself and the people of Wakanda. He reveals that his reasons for joining the Avengers wasn't just to help save the world. It was actually to spy on them and see what threat those insanely powerful people could pose to his realm. Which makes perfect sense. Vibranium makes Wakanda a target, and it's T'Challa's duty to protect his kingdom at all costs, which leaves him a very lonely genius ruler.
The Black Panther has been the protector of Wakanda for generations. A mantle passed from warrior to warrior.
Name change. Fans of this iconic hero know that the Black Panther role is a hereditary title passed down throughout his family. T'Challa earned the right to rule and the powers that come with the Black Panther persona. He rules over Wakanda, one of the most advanced countries in the world. If you're even the slightest bit familiar with history, you'll know that the name Black Panther has a very different connotation than just the Marvel hero. A radical political organization called the Black Panther Party was formed in 1966. They were known for their armed patrols to protest police brutality and injustices against African Americans. That being said, many assume that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were inspired by the Black Panther Party when they created the Wakandan hero. But it was just a simple coincidence. The truth is that despite his name having very different political connotations, the Marvel hero actually predated the Black Panther Party by a few months. The rise of the group, however, became a topic of contention for Marvel. In 1972, T'Challa returned with a name change in Fantastic Four number 119. He briefly called himself Black Leopard as he contemplated his return to the US. In the comic, he states, "I neither condemn nor condone those who have taken up the name, but T'Challa is a law unto himself."
Why, you don't approve of all this?
The Accords, yes. The politics, not really. 2 people in a room can get more done than 100.
Unless you need to move a piano.
Kicking some collective butt. After premiering in a Fantastic Four comic, Black Panther got his own comic book, although it was called Jungle Action. Shortly thereafter, McGregor released Panther's Rage, one of Marvel's first experiments with self-contained story arcs. His Jungle Action comics were considered one of the most important comic book runs of all time. Not too long after Black Panther's name-changing incident, we saw another political storyline: the Panther versus the Klan. The group is only referred to as the Klan and aren't technically called the Ku Klux Klan, but it's pretty obvious that they are. Black Panther got first-hand looks at racism in the American South. At one point, he learns about a Klan meetup and fights them, but is overwhelmed and is tied to a burning cross. The whole scene is heartbreaking and terrible to see, and even when BP breaks free and unleashes his powerful wrath upon them, the victory is not presented as a win but as an exhausting trial, a symbol of the struggle African American men and women went through.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Bride of the Panther. Ah, romance. It's present in every good story. Black Panther's story includes being in one of the comic book history's most prominent and beloved couples of all time. When T'Challa was a young man, he left to explore the world, as most young folks do. He was attacked by a group of men, which normally would be a pretty bad situation, except for this unfortunate encounter changed his life. This led to his meeting Aurora Monroe, also known as Storm, when she helped save him from his attackers. As time went on, they traveled together and became close friends. They were married in 2006 during the Civil War. Their wedding provided a bright moment in a dark time in the Marvel Universe and was such a big deal that Tony Stark and Steve Rogers took a break from fighting each other to celebrate. Fans loved these two together, but unfortunately their marriage didn't last. After a brainwashed Namor flooded Wakanda, Black Panther was forced to exile all mutants from his kingdom, which of course caused a rift between Storm and BP that they couldn't heal from, and alas, they split. Some guess the split was because Fox owned the rights to X-Men, but now that Disney owns it all, we wonder if this story will come to the screens.
Zombie kill of the week?
Close, but no cigar. Zombie kill of the week goes to Sister Cynthia Knickerbocker.
Zombie invasion. Who doesn't love a good post-apocalyptic zombie story? We know we do, and we have a Marvel zombie story for you. A zombified sentry from another dimension came to Earth 2149 and infected the Avengers, which of course then spread to all heroes and later to the whole world. Hank Pym, aka Giant Man, asks T'Challa to escort him back to his lab where Pym knocks him out. He wakes up to find his right arm and leg amputated. T'Challa escapes with the severed head of Wasp and is confronted by the Acolytes, whom they join aboard Asteroid M. T'Challa meets Forge, who builds him an arm and a leg. They return 5 years later to rebuild, with Black Panther as their leader. The story gets even more intense and complicated from there. While it's a great read, we don't think it would translate too well on screen.
Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put around the truck.
Heart-shaped herbs. What makes Black Panther so cool? Is it his vibranium-coated suit made of the same stuff as Captain America's indestructible shield? He pretty much has the coolest and most practical suit, and not to mention it's pretty darn stylish and sleek. But what also makes Black Panther so awesome is his superhuman strength, speed, stamina, killer reflexes, and agility. But how did T'Challa gain his superhuman abilities? Radioactive panther bite? Nope, it's a bit more awesome than that. We know that he is royalty and that the Black Panther role is a hereditary title passed down throughout his family. So we know he's trained to be a badass. But he's also incredibly intelligent, genius level actually. But his superhuman powers actually come from a heart-shaped herb that is consumed once Black Panthers earn their title. The heart-shaped herb is native to and only grows in Wakanda, and it's poisonous to most non-Wakandans. But what makes the heart-shaped herb so special? Well, it's the large deposit of vibranium, of course. Legend says that it was a gift from the Panther God, but it's really a plant that mutated with the high vibranium deposits in the soil. Those who can use it gain enhanced speed, agility, strength, endurance, healing, and enhanced senses. Pretty awesome, right?
Oh, I get it. I see now. You've been training for 2 years to take me out. And now here I am. Ooh, so exciting.
A prior attempt. With the buzz surrounding Black Panther, it's hard to imagine why Marvel wouldn't have tried to make a Black Panther film prior. Well, believe it or not, friends, there have actually been several attempts. Way back in 1992, when actor Wesley Snipes was at the peak of his career, he made it known that he had the intention of playing the Black Panther. He wanted to get the movie into production so badly, it said that he even wrote some drafts of a script. The film was said to have been in development for years, with even Stan Lee backing the idea, but sadly it just didn't happen. Snipes had said that it would be his dream come true to originate something that no one had ever seen before.
This worked really good.
He believed that there was a wide open field for comic book characters on the big screen, and there had yet to be a major black comic book hero that was portrayed on screen. Snipes, of course, went on to portray another Marvel character, the vampire hunter Blade, in a couple of films.
So you like cats?
Sam.
What? Dude shows up dressed like a cat, you don't want to know more?
He was almost called something else. Let's do a bit of a throwback here. Back in the days before Black Panther had made his very first appearance, he was conceived to be a little bit different. When Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were creating T'Challa, they originally were going to give him a very different costume and name. He had no mask, and the costume was much more colorful. Stan Lee has mentioned that the name they were originally going with was going to be Coal Tiger. Lee and Kirby eventually reworked the very colorful design, and we got the amazing vibranium suit that we see today. While we think the original concept looked to be fun, we think the later iteration of the suit looks a lot more sleek, cool, and dare we say, badass. If you think Coal Tiger sounds cool, you'll be happy to know that the name was revived in 1999. Coal Tiger, aka Prince T'Chaka, is the son of Black Panther in the MC2 series. He's a mutant with the ability to shapeshift into a panther humanoid with superhuman strength and ability. What do you think of the name Coal Tiger? Jurassic fights. Did you ever go through a dinosaur-loving phase as a kid? We know we did, especially after all the Jurassic Park films debuted. And with the continuation of Jurassic World, we couldn't help but bring up some dinos. Because, let's face it, who doesn't love a good T-Rex? Apparently, everyone in the comic book world does because Marvel and DC Comics are riddled with superheroes fighting dinosaurs. So cue the Jurassic Park theme song and the nostalgic feels because we are gonna hit you hard with it. In 1975, Jungle Action 14, Black Panther entered a secluded valley in Africa, Serpent Valley, where dinosaurs continued to roam the earth. Why would you willingly wander in there? Well, his arch-enemy, Eric Killmonger, had traveled into the valley to find some dinos so that he could try and overthrow T'Challa's kingdom. While Black Panther traveled through the valley, he bumped into a T-Rex which tried to trap the hero in its mouth and devour him. Black Panther managed to break free, but he didn't stop there. T'Challa pulled down a tree, put a rock on it, and slingshot a rock towards the dino's head. Whew, ouch.
Ready, go!
Show off.
There you have it. Those were some little-known facts about the Black Panther. Which were your favorite? Did we leave any out? Did you learn anything new about the Wakandan hero? Are you as excited about the Black Panther film as we are? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to share and like this video and click that subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching. Until next time.